From the time that I was 8, I've been milking under trees and in wet barnyards.
Among the many admirers of Alaska, the last frontier is the indefatigable and resourceful Otto Kilcher. People have grown to respect his abilities, perseverance, and determination. In truth, however, Otto has endured terrifying trials that have shaken him to his core. An assault that threatened his life forced him to step away from the spotlight for a while. Even in the face of adversity, Otto has continued to provide his followers with exciting new experiences. Who was Otto Kilcher, the protagonist of Alaska, The Last Frontier, and what became of him? Think about it. Only the strongest of people could survive a life that was so isolated, so hard, and so rooted in tradition. Imagine for a second a world where reality TV shows reveal this way of life to the contemporary world, illuminating the remarkable tale of perseverance and independence. Otto Kilcher is the only name that sticks out in this story. Otto, as patriarch of the Kilcher family, has been leading the charge in the struggle for survival in the Alaskan tundra, drawing on extraordinary abilities that have been handed down through the years. Otto Kilcher came into this world on April 19, 1952, from a long line of legendary Swiss settlers to Alaska. His parents, Yule and Ruth Kilcher, were among a courageous band of people who, in the 1940s, sailed to Alaska in search of a fresh start, hoping to avoid the horrors of war and establish themselves in the land of midnight sun. The life of Otto was anything from typical as he grew up in this expansive and merciless terrain. In order to stay alive, he had to face the merciless weather. He overcame obstacles and gained valuable experience that served him well in his subsequent endeavors because of his dogged persistence. The Alaskan frontier, with all its untamed beauty and bleak reality, was Otto's constant companion from an early age. The Kilcher homestead, situated close to Homer, Alaska, stood as a symbol of the family's strength and resourcefulness, going beyond its literal definition. Hard effort and independence were instilled in Otto and his siblings at a young age. He developed an extraordinary set of survival abilities and a profound affinity for the earth throughout these formative years, which greatly influenced the man he would become. Otto's schooling went beyond what was typically expected of a student. His father, Yule, was a true pioneer, and the land itself taught him all he needed to know. Among his many accomplishments, homesteader, statesman, and visionary Yule Kilcher was instrumental in shaping the Alaska Constitution. Characteristics that would be useful to Otto throughout his life, independence and resourcefulness, were instilled in him by his father. The Kilcher family's quest and dogged persistence led them to Alaska. A need for independence and a more rustic lifestyle drove Yule and Ruth Kilcher to abandon their home in Switzerland and make their way to the Alaskan wilderness. This daring action set the stage for a lasting impact that would be felt for years to come. Alaska was more than a setting for Otto's childhood. It was an environment that required reverence and adjustment. Skills like hunting, fishing, constructing, and mending, which he honed throughout his childhood, were not pastimes but rather survival essentials. One of the most important aspects of Otto's life story is his capacity to flourish in such a challenging setting. In particular, Otto developed a skill for mending machinery, which was essential for survival in that harsh environment. Part of life in the Alaskan wilderness was being alone, and getting in touch with experts to fix machines might be a huge hassle, so people often had to do it themselves. Possessing such a gift would offer Otto and those like him something more alluring than just a means of surviving. A group of producers from the Discovery Channel took notice of Kilcher after he shown an aptitude for fixing things with few resources and a mastery of mechanics. He would have been perfect for a reality program that aimed to highlight the distinctive way of life of Alaskan homesteaders because to his charm and practical talents. Thus, the Kilcher family and their remarkable lifestyle were introduced to audiences in 2011 with the launch of Alaska, The Last Frontier on the Discovery Channel. One of the main reasons the program became so successful was because it showed individuals living a more natural lifestyle than what is available in modern cities. It started the Kilchers' run of success on the program and became a fan favorite fast. Otto's part in the performance became crucial very fast. He demonstrated his mechanical abilities by fixing and reusing obsolete gear, often transforming seemingly worthless items into useful implements and transportation. Both his resourcefulness and the cunning needed to survive in such a secluded place were brought to light by this talent. Otto Kilcher became famous all over the world because to his charming personality and plenty of common sense. Nevertheless, Otto Kilcher has encountered several difficulties during his time on the property. Although the hard life has its rewards, it is also dangerous. Throughout his life, Otto has faced several challenges that have challenged his strength and determination. To begin with, it was very difficult to traverse the terrain in search of food and shelter, particularly during times of heavy snowfall that buried everything in its wake. One of the things that makes the program more exciting is seeing Otto struggle to overcome these obstacles. Otto decided to establish an animal farm to supplement his income and provide for his family and other businesses, in addition to his expertise in machine repair. His indomitable spirit and ability to adapt to new circumstances were on full display here. Otto has overcome many obstacles throughout his life, some of which were really life-threatening, in addition to the more obvious ones associated with surviving in the woods. A major health scare in 2016 was one of Otto's greatest obstacles. After suffering from what turned out to be a hernia while tending to the property, he had surgery to restore his regular state of health. Some potentially fatal problems arose for Otto after the operation. Things were looking bleak, and Otto's survival seemed doubtful for a while. He and his family were already under a lot of stress from living in such a remote area, and this health problem made their situation much more dire. A second operation to remove a potentially deadly blood clot was successful in fixing the problem, but Otto's recuperation was long and painful. It was a sobering reminder of how precarious life is, and it shook him and his family to the core. Thanks to his family's love and support and his own resoluteness, Otto was able to persevere through the worst of his illness. Viewers of Alaska. The Last Frontier were able to see the Kilcher family's resilience and fortitude as they followed his rehabilitation. Otto Kilcher has overcome not just physical obstacles but also personal issues. Taking care of a farm in such a harsh climate is emotionally taxing, on top of all the physical difficulties of living off the land. The strong relationship of the Kilcher family has persisted despite all of these challenges. In the 11th season, an oxen assault was another big problem for Otto on the ranch. He supposedly succumbed to his wounds at some time due to the severity of the harm he sustained in this assault. On that mundane day at the Kilcher farm, tragedy befell the family. Because of the impending storm, Otto, a man renowned for his technical expertise and skill with cattle, was attempting to round up his herd and relocate them to a safer area. Even though they are usually quiet and submissive, these formidable beasts may suddenly become violent. One of the oxen turned violently and suddenly and attacked Otto. He needed emergency medical treatment after suffering serious injuries, including shattered ribs and internal damage as a result of the attack's ferocity. All too clearly, the tragedy demonstrated the inherent risks of homesteading. This was an especially harsh experience for Otto, who had spent his whole life negotiating the dangers of the Alaskan tundra. Because his wounds were so serious, his loved ones and admirers were worried sick. Both physically and psychologically, the assault rocked Otto to his core, making him question his sense of security and mastery in the world. Immediately after being attacked by the oxen, Otto was taken to the closest hospital and had to undergo emergency surgery to fix the damage. They had to wait for an ambulance to transport him to the hospital since an airlift was not feasible due to the storm. Recuperation was a lengthy, hard process that required tremendous mental and physical fortitude. Otto needed time and patience to recover since his body was in such bad shape. The support of Otto's loved ones was vital to his healing during this time. He had the constant support and care of his wife, Charlotte. He was able to get through this tough moment with the support of his family. In the face of their father's incapacitation, Otto's sons Avon and Levi stepped up to the plate, taking on extra tasks around the house to keep things running smoothly. Viewers were able to see Otto's fight and perseverance throughout the rehabilitation process thanks to Alaska, the last frontier. His will to get well and go back to the farm was plain to see. His normally energetic and hard-working lifestyle took a sharp turn when physical treatment and rest became essential components of his daily regimen. The community's and fans' support gave Otto a morale boost and let him realize he wasn't fighting alone. Speculation over Otto's well-being started to spread as he struggled through his rehabilitation. There was a lot of guesswork because of how serious his injuries were and how little was known about his health at first. The unfounded reports of his demise were among the most concerning of these rumors. Because of the internet's tendency to disseminate unsubstantiated claims, it became a breeding ground for them. There was a brief period when word spread that Otto could have died as a result of his injuries. One reason the story spread, and many believed it was because it was broadcast by certain prominent news channels. They had to come out to set the record straight that Otto was alive and healing, which was distressing for everyone involved. Many people, including viewers of Alaska, the last frontier, were greatly influenced by these false tales. Many people expressed their sorrow and sympathy via various social media sites. Otto Kilcher's family had to confront the false information head-on, telling the public and viewers that he was alive and well. Otto, who is famously unflinching and direct, issued a public statement to debunk the accusations and express gratitude to his fans for their care. The event served as a stark warning about the consequences of spreading misinformation. It brought to light the frailties of famous people who, on top of having their own problems, also had to deal with the demands of public attention. The incident taught Otto the value of being open and honest with his audience. In spite of surviving these challenges, Otto had to cut down on his appearances on the program. The hard lifting was taken over by his children, who had seen their father work on many chores over the years, while Otto remained in his position, providing guidance and instructions as needed. Fans of the program are more likely to stick around for the long haul because of the show's portrayal of a family fully committed to the lifestyle. His legacy will live on via his descendants, even when Otto himself is no longer with us. Otto Kilcher's life is full with personal experiences, especially those pertaining to his marriage history, in addition to the mental and physical struggles he had while recovering from his health difficulties. The 3 marriages that Otto has had during his life have all added threads to his life's fabric. Olga von Ziegesar was Otto's first wife. It is known that they divorced, but specifics of their relationship are kept under wraps. They divorced for undisclosed reasons, although their marriage probably struggled with the ups and downs of youthful love and an unorthodox way of life, as do many first marriages. Sharon McKeamy was his second wife. Because of this relationship, Otto Kilcher was blessed with 2 sons, Levi and Ivan, who would go on to become stars of Alaska, the last frontier, and significant contributors to the Kilcher family heritage. They were neighbors for a long time, and Sharon and Otto raised their boys on the farm, teaching them to be independent and hardworking. Otto and Sharon had a shared past and had a family together, but they ultimately decided to separate. They co-parent their kids and stay involved in their lives, which shows that their relationship is based on mutual respect, even if the reasons for their separation are personal. Charlotte Irene Adamson, Otto's third wife, was the one with whom he formed a permanent alliance. As a wildlife scientist in Alaska, Charlotte, who was born and raised in Northern California, met Otto. They became close because of their mutual appreciation for the outdoors and the Alaskan environment. Though it was fraught with difficulties, Charlotte and Otto enjoyed the homesteading lifestyle. Their shared experiences of the frontier have helped them weather the storms of Otto's health crises and the monotony of farm maintenance. Charlotte has been a rock for Otto ever since she entered his life. Her commitment to the family and the farm has never wavered. A strong sense of mutual respect and dedication to the couple's lifestyle define their partnership. The fact that Charlotte was there for Otto when he was healing from the oxen assault demonstrated how well they got along. The program has revolved on Otto's relationships with his family, especially his children and wife Charlotte. They portray a family bound together by common principles and mutual regard, and their love and support for one another shines through in every episode. After marrying Otto, Charlotte became a permanent member of the Kilcher household and has been an unwavering helpmate through all of life's ups and downs. Their dedication to one another and their way of life is reflected in their partnership. Otto and others like him would welcome the company of a respectable traveler in the remote Alaskan tundra. Their enduring bond has been an inspiration, and we look forward to seeing all the exciting experiences that their future holds. Every member of the Kilcher family has done their part to ensure the family's continued existence by adopting a homesteading lifestyle. Keeping the spirit of independence and resourcefulness alive are Otto's offspring, Avon and Eve, who are regulars on the program. The fact that the Kilcher name has been passed down through the generations is something Otto is quite proud of. Otto had amassed a considerable wealth during the years of hosting the program. His repair and livestock businesses, in addition to his work on the program, provide him with other sources of money. A valuation of more than $4 million has been placed on him. What a windfall for the elderly guy and his loved ones. In addition to his wealth, he has a substantial asset in the form of lands. This is one area where having parents who were early pioneers helped out. The Kilchers will most certainly spend many more years in the wilderness thanks to their already substantial legacies. You would be amazed to see how well adapted they are to their environment just by watching the performance, thanks to the survival techniques that have been handed down over the years. Every time, they watch out for one another. Otto Kilcher's determination has never wavered, no matter how difficult things have become. People all throughout the globe may relate to his tale since it is one of overcoming hardship. It is a reflection to Otto's character and resilience that he has been able to adapt and succeed despite facing many obstacles. The unusual way of life of Alaskan homesteaders has been highlighted by the popularity of Alaska, the last frontier, which has given renown to Otto and his family. Inspiring innumerable viewers to respect perseverance, self-sufficiency, and hard work, the program has given the Kilchers a platform to convey their tale. Otto's story is an inspiration because it shows that the human spirit can overcome adversity and achieve great things. Otto Kilcher's character continues to play a significant role in Alaska, the last frontier, as the seasons progress. His incredible journey from a young child discovering the Alaskan wilderness to a seasoned homesteader and television celebrity is a powerful demonstration of the importance of family and the strength of resolve. Observing the extraordinary lives of others is a source of entertainment for me. From cityscapes, you may find a welcome contrast in the exhilaration of enduring extreme environments. Through the Kilchers, the audience experiences what it's like to be at one with nature. In Alaska, the last frontier, Otto Kilcher's narrative is one of adventure, perseverance, determination, and survival when you ask what happened to him. Otto Kilcher's story is an inspiration. From his humble beginnings on the farm, to his meteoric climb to television stardom and beyond, despite all of life's hardships and tragedies. His path is far from over, and his resilience and fortitude keep motivating us. Keep the remarkable life of Otto Kilcher, an authentic Alaskan pioneer, in mind the next time you see Alaska, the last frontier. Please join us again in the next episode. We appreciate you taking the time to listen.